What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another session. It's about 5:30 in the morning, so I'm a little bit soft-spoken since everyone else is sleeping in the house currently, but did get some Extreme Z Awakening news information this morning, so this is very specific to units that are going to do well in certain types of events. Let me just flat out kind of explain it that way. So, long anticipated intelligence type Super Saiyan Future Gohan is one of the units, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Pre-transformation, let's just run through this real quick. Leader skill is Master and Student Bond or Hybrid Saiyans category, Ki +3, HP attack and defense increase 170%. The passive skill will be a base Ki +1, attack and defense increase of 150%, and upon activating the super attack, an additional attack and defense increase of 50%, and if HP is 70% or less, reduces damage received by 58%. Also, Master and Student Bond category allies will get Ki +2 and attack and defense increase of 50%. And if you do have a Trunks named unit, excluding the U type or GT types, if it's on the attacking rotation, then high chance to effectively guard against all types and will transform upon the given conditions. So, super attack ability will be for one turn, attack and defense will greatly increase along with causing immense damage. Now, in terms of the transformation condition, it's not yet known if the condition itself has changed or not, so I guess we'll find that out as more time goes on. Now, in terms of the transformed Super Saiyan state, passive skill looks to be Ki +3, attack and defense increase of 158%. Upon activating a super attack, additional attack and defense increase of 58% and reduces damage received by 58%. So it looks like once you're able to transform, it doesn't require the HP levels for that reduction. And then along with that, within the same turn, if you've got a for every Master and Student or Master and Disciple, category ally, for every unit of that category on the rotation, additional Ki +1, attack and defense increase of 40%, and if you got a Trunks unit, excluding the U types and GT types on the same turn as well, looks like guaranteed additional attack with a high chance to activate a super attack. And then androids or Future Saga categories, enemies, if there's a android or Future Saga category, looks like an additional guaranteed additional super attack. Along with that, the super attack ability for this unit, once the EZA is fully in effect, is raises attack and causes immense damage, but also has a medium chance to activate criticals. Alright, so that's the unit for the Future Gohan unit. Now, this one is one I anticipated was going to get an EZA as well, so I'm glad that's actually happening. Let's go ahead and run through the stats real quick for this guy. So this is the tech type version of the Super Saiyan Future Trunks. Again, with the leader skill, looks like Master and Disciple category, Ki +3, HP attack and defense increase 130%. In terms of the passive skill itself, looks like a base increase of attack and defense of 150%. And then for every attack, additional attack and defense and crit chance increased by 25% up to 50%. So it looks like to fully take that effect, you only need to attack twice for that. If you've got a Future Gohan unit on the team, additional Ki +3 and attack and defense increase 100%. And then if you got a Android or Future Saga category enemy, additional Ki +6 and guaranteed crits. And then if you also have a Cell type enemy, looks like an additional attack increase of 100% as well. In terms of the super attack ability, for one turn greatly raises attack and defense along with causing supreme damage, and also lowers enemy defense. Now, there's a couple of in-game announcements as well, so we'll switch on over to that and talk through it. Okay, so regarding the in-game news announcements, let's just scroll through and look through a couple of these guys. So the story event, we do have some additional stuff coming out in terms of new stages. So stage 9 will be newly released, And with that being said, this guy will get that Dokkan Awakening that I've been literally waiting forever on. So card art looks pretty nice in terms of stats overall. We'll have to see what the overall skill sets are. But glad this unit is getting a Awakening finally. So it looks like obviously preparatory time is September 7th and so on. So based on that date, within 24 hours, we should expect the stage to be live and available. There is going to be a new Redstone stage as well. Looks like stage 4 will be added on as well, and probably released at the same time as the story event itself. We do have an additional stage for the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. Stage 28 will be coming out, so literally all this means is free stones for you guys, right? Alright, so we do have a couple of stages coming up for these guys. So stage 5 through 7 on this event will be coming out as well. So again, this is more or less just kind of like tackling through it as quickly as possible and applying the damage or whatever. I think it's pretty straightforward from what I remember. I think I barely just kind of spent and committed time to it, so I don't think it was overly difficult. You just have to kind of build a team very specifically. Alright, so we do have a new stage for this story event as well, with the intelligence type Trunks getting the Dokkan Awakening as well. So again, I don't think the stats or information is necessarily available, but that is coming up. So again, it's more or less just stones for completion and so on. So in terms of like the unit stats or whatnot, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We do have the burst mode event coming back as well. I think looks like it's the Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Super Saiyan Future Trunks, looks like, and then basically the you've got like the soundtracks and whatever that comes with it. So that's pretty much the extent of that. This is one of those weird gimmicks in the game right now where I don't necessarily focus too much on it. As long as I get like 90% of the missions completed, I kind of leave it alone. Is kind of the way I approach it recently. So I think in terms of the in-game events, that's pretty much all there is to it. A couple of Dokkan Awakenings coming up, new stages added in. Infinite Dragon Ball History gives you the ability to obtain more Dragon Stones for the part 2 summons or whatnot. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully this was a quick and easy summary of the information coming up, so hopefully you found it helpful. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.